la 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 la. Didn't do. La La Land is I can't even hold it together right now. La La Land is a movie directed by Damien Chazelle. It stars Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling. He's the brilliant son of a bitch who directed Whiplash last year. If you don't know what Whiplash is, oh my god, you need to see Whiplash. The movie is about an aspiring actress played by Emma Stone. She is really passionate about acting and film, and she really wants to be a great actress. Ryan Gosling's character in the movie is someone who's very passionate about jazz. He's a jazz pianist. I'll be honest, when I was a kid, I used to think was just a slow person's way of saying penis, but he's a jazz pianist. And he really loves jazz, and these two people are very passionate about what they both love, and then they run into each other. So what happens when you get two passionate people who are passionate about shit in the same room? They eventually become passionate about each other, and we have a romance. So while they're falling in love, they also have to navigate the ups and downs of chasing their dreams and realizing their passions. I don't even like musicals. I mean, I don't watch musicals. They're probably my least favorite style of movie to watch. I can't even, what is the last musical I even saw? I can't even remember the last musical I
Sing along, yeah, you really got it going on. Wildcat in the house. This is the last chance to make it on now. We gotta show what we're all about. Work together. This is the last chance.
I have to start by talking about the music. The music in this movie is phenomenal. The soundtrack and the musical score for this movie is so memorable, it's so catchy, it's so inspirational and uplifting and iconic. There's so many things I love about the soundtrack and about the musical score, brilliantly composed in this movie. In a movie that's all about music, you can tell that the director and the musicians and the people involved are very passionate about music. This is some of the best music I have heard all year long. This is one of the best directed films of the entire year. Damien Chazelle is a master craftsman. The camera work, the long takes, he brought such a great style and such a great flair to this film, and a lot of it did remind me of watching Whiplash last year. There is a shot in this movie that is very reminiscent of Whiplash. If you've seen Whiplash, if you've seen the finale of Whiplash, you should know what shot I'm talking about. Just in case you haven't seen Whiplash, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but the two shots are very similar. I just love the way that he films his movies. I love the way the camera work is. Cinematography and the editing is all brilliant. Every scene seamlessly fits into the next scene. Every scene builds and adds to the scene that came before it. Tom Cross, who I believe is the editor for this film, I mean, this is some of the best editing of any film I've seen all year. Nothing feels out of place. Everything feels cut at the exact right moment. Transitioning between scenes, perfect. Production value, the set design, the outfits, the cinematography, everything is just top notch. This movie looks and feels gorgeous. Let's get into the performances a little bit. Emma Stone, I think, is a very talented actress. I think she's got some of the biggest, most beautiful Bambi looking Chris Tucker eyes I've ever seen on a white woman. And she is amazing in this movie. She gives another great performance. She deserves to be up for some kind of nomination. Ryan Gosling is again great in this film. They both have such irresistible chemistry. They bounce off of each other really well. Ryan Gosling, between his performance with Emma Stone in this film and his performance with Russell Crowe in Nice Guys earlier on this year, this dude is having a great year chemistry-wise, if that's even a thing. What I love about both of their characters and what made me feel so invested in this story and their characters is the passion that their characters were portrayed with. If I had one word to describe this movie, it would be passionate. From the directing to the style of the filmmaking to the actors and their performances, everything about this movie is passionate. You can tell that these people really care about what they're doing. You can tell that Emma Stone really wants to be the best actress she can be. You can tell that Ryan Gosling really wants to be a great jazz pianist. You can tell that he is really passionate about jazz. There's a great scene in this movie where he's talking to her about jazz and he's explaining to her all the nuances that go into making a great jazz record. The passion that he was talking about this with, I mean, I felt it. I really did. I felt invested in everything they felt invested in because they felt so invested in it. That's the same exact type of passion that I have when it comes to cinema and movies and filmmaking and all that stuff. If I was trying to explain to someone my love of filmmaking, he broke it down in jazz terms the way that I would do it, and that's why I could connect to it. The finale is just, I'm not gonna spoil it, but the finale is one of the greatest what-if endings that I've ever seen in any movie, and just like the finale for Whiplash, it had me riveted. I was sitting there in my seat, I was clued in, I was engaged throughout. I don't like musicals generally, but this is the type of movie that could push me to like musicals for sure. I'm kind of leaning that direction now. It's very hard to find a needle in this haystack. There is one nitpick that I have about the movie, and that is that there is a certain point in the movie where everything is going great for everybody involved, and you're just kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop. You know it's gonna happen, you've seen it before, it's inevitable, so in that sense, you can kind of tell how some things in the second half of the movie are gonna go. But guys, it's a nitpick. I don't even really believe what I just said. Great direction, great acting, great music, great editing, great cinematography, great set and location design. This movie blew me away. I was so surprised that I loved this movie as much as I did. I will say that La La Land is Superman Prime certified. I will sing, no pun intended, this movie's praises until Kingdom Come. Thank you guys so much. Like and subscribe to the show if you're interested. And as always, if you like what you see, tell me how you feel and stay tuned to hear more from the Man of Steel. Peace.